Hey guys, this is Luis Moreno with Simply Health Insurance Agency. Today I've got Shauna from Social Waves Media on our video. Hey Shauna, what's going on?
Hi, Luis. How are you doing?
Wow, I'm excited. We're about to launch a promo soon, and we're going to be talking to agents about social media advertising. We're going to be talking about questions that a lot of agents have on the course that you've created for them. And then I want to make one point out for agents because I know I've been training agents for years and I'm a 25-year plus agent. And here is my thought before we get into the actual stuff on the course. So agents, let me tell you this. You can go learn product. In fact, I've been with numerous companies and I'm a captive agent. And I will tell you this, we get so much training on product and sales skills. I know my products inside and out. I know how to weed through the smoke that a consumer can post to us when we're trying to sell. They do all kinds of training for that. But the one thing that they don't train us very good, and what I think helps or determines whether an agent's going to be successful in this business or not, is going to be getting in front of a lot of people. And that's what this whole video is today about, guys, is helping you get more leads. So with that, we're going to jump right into this. Shauna, hey, let's talk about the social media course, and then we'll get into some agent questions. So I'm going to let you take over.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, and I'm going to add on what you were saying because when I first started working with insurance agents, which was in 2022, I've been working in the lead generation customer optimization world since about 2015. But when I came into your industry, something really shocked me about insurance agents. And it's not how many agents aren't good at marketing themselves. That's fine. Everyone's coachable. It's how many agents were okay with not being good at marketing themselves. And it seems like you live in this world where you're inundated with so many experts and gurus that teach you all of these things that Luis was just talking about. They tell you that you can learn everything to run a very complex business, optimize your sales process, run a team, learn all of the different plan changes. But when it comes to digital marketing, don't worry about that. It's too hard. You can just buy your leads or you can outsource it to a marketing company. And the reality is, agents are smart enough and more than capable of learning how to manage their own ads and also be able to generate leads on social media completely for free when you have an effective strategy. So I think that it is great. And one of the things that I loved about you, Luis, is you're looking to empower all of your agents for all of the different avenues of actually growing their business. So this is super important stuff.
And I'm going to even piggyback on your piggyback on this one. Check this out. You just said, leads. I'll just buy leads or I'll source them out to somebody else. So this is my history, guys. I jumped in here with leads way back in maybe the early 2000s when I was getting leads for 50 cents a pop. And these leads were very, very good. Leads now, 15, 20 bucks. If you're going to get supposed exclusive leads, you can get into the $40, $50 range. You can get live transfer calls, maybe $60 to $100. They all vary. But here is the problem, and this is where I think Shauna can help you guys get empowered, is that you, the agent, has no idea what that lead company is doing to generate these leads. You don't know what their ad looks like. You don't know what the incentives that they're giving away so that they can capture this data and sell it to you. You have no idea what that is. And the third thing, and I will tell you this for certainty, is that they may say exclusive, but you know what? These are lead companies and they sell their leads to multiple agents. They have multiple subsidiaries. So they take that one lead and you may be the only guy getting it here for this company, but they have this other company, and they're taking that lead and they're selling it. The crazy story, Shauna, is I would call a lead. Literally, my email would have dinged. I'd go to the email, I'd grab the lead and print it. I'd walk it over to one of my people. Hey, we got a lead here. Call. They would call and they're like, "You're the 10th person that called me. Stop." I didn't know I was going to get, overwhelmed with all these people calling me. And I'm like, how can that be? I just literally, not even seconds, and I printed that and we called. So that's where I decided by myself way back in the day to I'm going to take charge of my marketing. I'm going to do it. Now, I didn't do a very good job, and I'm going to share some statistics with you because what Shauna's going to teach you works, guys. So I think I'm a very good health insurance agent. I have a big book of business. So the first year that I started working with Shauna, she looked at my ads that I was running myself, and I just literally was learning on the fly. And I was doing okay. I didn't have anything optimized. I did the best I could with what I knew, but we were writing a lot of business. Then Shauna looked at it. She tweaked it out. She did do this, do that. All of a sudden, I doubled my production from one year to the next without having to increase my ad spend. So year one, we sold year one of working with Shauna, we sold a little over 1,400 new business applications. Okay, that was year one. Okay, I kept the same ad running. I didn't even update it. I used it the next year, which was this last open enrollment. A little over 1,700 new applications on top of what I wrote last year and on top of my book. Guys, it's crazy. It is literally crazy. So when I say crazy, crazy good. So that's a lot of applications in 2.5 months. So what she's going to teach you here, guys, and what she's going to go over, this works. I've taken control of my ads. I know what my ads look like. I'm not incentivizing people. I collect a little bit of data, and then we go to work and start contacting them, and we sell them insurance, and the process works. So I'm coming to you with a testimonial because I am actually doing it. So Shauna, let's get into the social media class that we have for agents.
Yes. So I know we had talked about, so today we want to actually give some information that's going to educate you some, but then also gives you some actionable steps that you can apply today, even if you're not ready to jump into running ads. But after working with Luis in 2022 and us making 3 big changes, and I don't hide what they are. We made sure the back end of his account was set up correctly, made sure he had the right campaign structure, and I taught him what the power optimizations were, which metric points to pay attention to tell you where to make changes in your ad. After doing that is when we kind of joined forces in creating Insurance Click to Close, which is the entire course that teaches insurance agents how to become fully self-sufficient at managing their own ads. So in my part, I teach everything that has to do with setting up and managing your own lead generation ads on Facebook. And in Luis's part, he teaches you how to use his preferred CRM, Agent CRM, and we show you how to set it up where you're running your ads, your users that come in that convert into a lead drop right into this CRM. And so we're going to be running a very special promo right now that actually allows you to save $500, but still lock in lifetime access if you're interested. But what we really want to focus on today is actually answering some questions that Luis has collected from agents and letting you walk away with a plan of being able to start implementing some changes in your business right now to begin setting your account up to generate leads.
Perfect. Let's do it. Let's take a look at it. So you want to display some of your screen right now, or just go straight to the question, Shauna?
Sure, let's go to the questions. And here's the deal, guys. Luis is going to have a link at the bottom of this video. When you go to that page, there's a video at the top of it that literally breaks down every single part that's inside of the course. You get to also see testimonials from agents. You get to see real live results, and you get to see inside the ads manager, and it breaks it down. And if you have any additional questions, you can just reach out to us and ask. But we want to make sure that today we're actually answering some real questions that agents have and kind of show you what a lead generation ad looks like and so on.
Beautiful, beautiful. Okay, so let's jump into question number 1. And this is from a new agent getting into our industry. They have no idea where to start with marketing. And literally, they have no money to invest in marketing. What can they do, Shauna, without spending money on social media?
Yes. Okay. So social media can be an amazing avenue for you to initiate that first connection with your potential audience. And you actually can use your account to strategically bring in leads completely for free. So let me just kind of run through the who, what, where, when, why of actually using social media, because it might make the way that you've seen it kind of shift a little bit. First of all, there's 2 mistakes that I see agents make that are deadly to their online persona. The first one I call the secret agent. The secret agent is someone that created an account, they popped up a profile photo, but they hardly ever post. And if they do post, it's not really like personalized things. It's just a little something here and there that they need to. And it's almost like they're on a mission to be a secret when it comes to the online world. The second type of mistake that I see is the blah, blah, blah agent. Now, the blah, blah, blah agent, they put in some time and energy into their page, or they outsource it to a marketing company. But the reality is their page looks like a recycle bin of flyers vomited across their page. Their talking videos are just spitting insurance facts. And let me tell you, when my mom is scrolling through social media and she's looking at what her friends are doing and watching funny animal videos, and she sees your post that looks like a flyer that she threw away that morning, she's not going to interact with you. She's not going to give you any attention, and she's not going to feel connected to you. So there is a better way. Okay. So let's just run through it in a nutshell. So the why you post on social media is to be the initial connection. I love my little thumbs up, to be the initial connection with your ideal audience. So the who is really getting clear on who you actually want to market to. Now, Medicare agents tell me all the time, I just want people that are 65 plus. Guys, there's 52 Americans that are over 65. You are not trying to attract every single one of them to your page, or else you end up connecting with none. So take a moment to actually get clear on what questions do they have about insurance? Where do they hang out online? Do they like dogs? Are there things that they do in their community? Are they into sports? Are there certain activities that they like? What are their interests and what do they actually do? Because everything about your page is about to be about attracting them. The what, you're going to be posting intentional content with the intention of getting them to trust you, to connect with you, and to take action on your profile. Now, people need to trust you as an expert. So as an agent, so you're going to be posting some insurance stuff. It's not a secret, you're an agent, but also as a human. And whenever it comes to the connection content, people connect based on values and identities. So if you take a moment and you think about what you want your online personality to be, it's actually more than just posting about your business. You can post things like, I was telling one Medicare agent, and he's starting to do this, he's posting the dog of the week that he meets. He meets a dog of the week. Guess what? If you met my mom's dog and you said, can I post your dog as the dog of the week? She'd be like, yes, you can. Can I tag you? Yes, you can. Now you've got all of my mom's friends that are going to be commenting on your page of her dog. Okay. Dog of the week. It's something fun to do. Maybe some community news that's fun. And then you throw in a little bit of an insurance fact from your point of view. My opinion on this, the 3 biggest mistakes you can make, how you helped a client, and that type of thing. We've got the where, anywhere that you like, any social media avenue that you like. I personally think that Meta, Facebook, and Instagram is the best for insurance agents. But if you're really into another social media platform, then there is fine. And then the how often, as often as you can. Guys, don't get bombarded by gurus that are teaching people how to be influencers. You don't need to post 5 times a week, 7 times a week, 2 times a day for 30 days. If you can only do it twice a week, then do it twice a week. But the true powerhouse is when you combine that organic posting with ads. And the reason why is when you're organically posting, you're actually teaching the algorithm who is going to be interested in your content. So that agent that I gave him the idea of, like, let's start posting your dog of the week, his account is getting lots of interaction with his ideal clients. So that's going to help optimize his ads in the long run. So that's how you actually are going to get people to connect with you. The ads are to actually get them to convert into leads.
I love that dog of the week idea. I was already running through ideas in my head. I got so much insurance content, but you're right. You want to attach that or pair it with something else that is non-insurance. I like that idea. Very, very good.
Look up a TV show that was popular when your ideal clients were like 18 to 25 and post a meme of it and say, who remembers the good old days? Where were you when you saw this scene? People love that. Now they get to interact with you. Luis is top of mind, and he happens to do insurance. Awesome.
I will tell you, just with that idea, that movie thing you said, The Wild Kingdom, that is huge. I show Mutual of Omaha quite a bit. And I will tell you, They're like, mutual what? You remember Wild Kingdom? Yes, the company that sponsored that. Oh, I know that. So a lot of seniors remember the Wild Kingdom, Gunsmoke. Oh, there's so much out there. Beautiful. So guys, you don't need money to start. You don't need money to start advertising. You can advertise by doing posts. And I'll add one thing, because we were doing this for a while. We've gotten more on the sponsored ads. But when people like your video, did you guys know that you could click on I think it's the number, and it pulls a list of people that are liking your video? What one of my guys was doing is he was pulling that list and then sending a direct message to each one. Hey, Shauna, thank you for liking my video. I appreciate it. Hey, by the way, I do insurance. Do you need help? You have any questions? I'd be glad to hear. And he just copy and pasting to every single person that's liking that video. So again,
and that's why when I have agents say, I only had 10 people watch this video and 6 people like this post. Congratulations, you had 16 new points of contact. Now, can you go comment on their things? Why don't you message them? Why don't you like some of their things? Lay the groundwork. If I said I have a room of 16 people that want to hear you talk, you wouldn't say, no, that's not enough. You'd say, that's awesome. We're not trying to be influencers. You're trying to make connections with real people, and then all of those people's people. So that's the purpose of social media.
So if you're a new agent, guys, that's something that you have to, that's something you can do. Now, let's get into, well, guys, remember, if you're getting into this industry, you're starting a business, guys. It takes a little money to run the business. The good thing that with our industry, it doesn't take a lot, okay? We don't have to buy inventory. A lot of you life, health, and Medicare agents work from home, so you don't have to have an office, staff, and all those expenses. But you do have to invest a little bit in your business. And I think if you want to take advertising to the next course on social media, this is the course you're going to have to get. So let's go to question number 2, Shauna. Question number 2 is, there's tons. They say there's tons, but I can only think of Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, Twitter, TikTok. I know there's some other ones, but what is the best platform, social media platform to run ads in? And should I do them in all of them?
Well, first of all, you need to pick one to start with. Don't pick, it's also whenever you first start posting organically, you don't want to be like, I'm going to be across every single platform, because then you're just going to get overwhelmed and burnt out. So start with one. I believe that the best platform for agents to be active on and be running ads on for the first time is Meta, which was Facebook and Instagram. So several years ago, they merged companies. So the cool thing about Facebook and Instagram, Meta, is you get access to 2 platforms for one. And would it surprise you if I told you that on Facebook alone in the United States, there are over 14.4 million active users over the age of 65. So if you're Medicare, they're on Facebook right now. If you're not Medicare, obviously they've got billions of users on there, but that's the stats in the US for 65 plus. So I believe that that's the best one to get started, because you get access to lots of people. And then my favorite thing is you are able to run killer lead generation ads without being very tech savvy. You don't have to have a website. You can use their actual in-form, which I have an example of what a lead generation ad looks like if we want to take a peek at it. And it has a very, very, very smart and fast learning algorithm. So all of these things can work together. Then if you wanted to move into other avenues, you can, absolutely. But this is the place to start, and it actually will give you the foundation for all of the other platforms as well.
Beautiful. And since you mentioned it, why don't we show them what an ad looks like?
Yeah, okay. Let me show you what a lead generation ad looks like. All right, so something to know is there are lots of different types of ads that you can run on Facebook. Video views to a product, to get someone to like it, to someone to go to your website, and so on. We're talking specifically a lead generation ad. So here's kind of what the workflow looks like. The campaign is the back end where we set up all of the good stuff of who we want to target and what our ad creatives look like. Which, by the way, you're going to always have multiple ad creatives. A big mistake newbies make is they just run with one ad creative, and we're going to have multiple. So the user is going to click on the ad, and then it's going to open up a form, and then they submit the form, and then they get taken to a thank you page. So let me just show you what 2 examples look like. So this one here on the left is an example for an ACA ad, and this one here on the right is an example for a Medicare ad. So people are going to see the ad, take a look at it. They're going to click on that Learn More button. Then they're going to see what they're actually getting into, free health insurance consult. And in the course, side note, I actually show now how we can add a custom question there, like, I want you to know who I am when I call. So help me, like, give me like a secret word to use, like your favorite color or an interest. So that way it triggers their memory of filling it out, which works really well with Medicare ads. They're going to have their information in the form. The next thing that they're going to see is just what your privacy policy is. And I show you in the course how to set up a privacy policy link in under 2 minutes. And we have some language in there that makes it CMS compliant. So that way you can actually reach out to a Medicare new lead that you have. And then they're going to see, thanks, you're all set. And then there's going to be this button at the bottom that allows them to either they can either schedule a call with you, or you can send them to your website. So that's completely up to you. You know what? I'm going to show, let me play this on the screen, and I will show you guys this little guy. Share screen. So this right here is the thank you page. So on the one on the left, it says, call me now. So after you have their information, insurance agents ask me, should I just run with my phone number on the ad? No, very rarely are people in scroll mode and they're going to stop and call you. Instead, we want to get their information while we've captured their attention. After you have their information, it might make more sense for you to prompt them to call you, or you can prompt them to actually click on a link to go to an asset you want them to view, or maybe you want them to schedule an appointment with you. You can prompt them moving forward.
I love the feature of having an appointment, because now they've set the time of when they want to be contacted, and then you can create some automations on that appointment that they're scheduled to keep reminders. Hey, Shauna, your appointment is tomorrow. Hey, Shauna, your appointment is today at this time. And in 15 more minutes, hey, Shauna, I'm going to be calling you. Be prepared. In 15 minutes, I'm calling you. So you can set that up automatically so that you're prepared and that client is prepared. So very, very cool. So guys, I think ads are the way to go. This is the best way, the fastest way, and I also think the cheapest way to grow your business. Okay, so let's go to question number 3. Okay, and this question, this is ACA related, which is Obamacare, people under 65 years of age. Is it best to run ads right now, which right now is May, not in open enrollment, or should I wait till November when open enrollment starts? So do I do them now, or should I do it then? I've got one answer, but that's on the actual policy side. What do you think the answer is on the ad side?
The sooner you can start running ads, the better, for multiple different reasons. The biggest one is this, and I know we have a question, I think, about how Facebook charges you. The biggest thing is this. We are moving into a day and age where Facebook's AI, or the algorithm, or wherever you're running ads, makes more of the decisions of who to serve your ads to. Their little robot helper needs to get to know who your ideal audience is. And so in the course, while I focus on teaching you how to create lead generation ads, I have an extra bonus module in there. It's more of like, I just knew it was an update that needed to be made in the course, that I show you how to set up what's called an engagement ad. And that's where you run an ad and you pay much, much cheaper price to get in front of the right people and get them to start interacting with your ad. You can spend $2 a day on this engagement ad. Let it start getting served to the audience. Let the algorithm start to learn who your ideal client is. So that way you're ready to rock and roll with your lead generation ads when you want to get started. Now, you can be running them right now for ACA special enrollment, and you can also be running ads to actually just grow your list. So that way you have them ready to go. And then come September, October, November, you're like, hey, I have some VIP spots open where you get priority of me going over your plan from last year and make sure that you have the right plan in place for next year. So you can start growing your list right now, and you can start learning how to actually run your ads slow and steady. Another thing is Facebook has a ad spend limit on new ad accounts. They normally cap you at about $50, and it's different for each ad account. So if you start running now slow and steady, and then you've got something that's killing it, then you're going to be able to increase your ad spend to whatever you want. I've got some clients that we'll spend like $150,000 for a 10-day promotion that we're doing for something specific. And you're able to increase your ad spend to whatever you want and go off the data that you already have running. So if you're even somewhat interested, now would be the time to grab the course, because you get lifetime access. You get access to any and all updates. I'm always updating the course, but I do a major overhaul in about July to make sure you have everything that you need to know before you really want to increase that ad spend. And you can get started whenever you want. But I would say the sooner you can start teaching that algorithm who to serve your ads to, the better.
Yeah, and I'm with you guys. There's two things. So what if you start getting leads now? Can I write them? Hell yes, you can. So Shauna mentioned there's special enrollments. So these are ways that we can get insureds set up on a policy now and not have them wait till open enrollment. So there's certain special enrollments for ACA. There's special enrollments for Medicare. Pretty much ACA and Medicare is a year-round business. And if for some reason you do not find a special enrollment, then here's what you do, guys. Okay, us older agents used to have the tickler file. So we had a little cabinet, little deal, and we used to put the leads in there. And then I used to have a box. I was like, okay, call these people in November or whatever the date was. Well, those days are gone of doing that kind of crap. The new days now you can create your own appointment. Go to your CRM or your calendar and, hey, I couldn't enroll Shauna in May for whatever the reason. She didn't have a special enrollment. And then you tell her, Shauna, you're going to be my very first person I'm going to call during open enrollment. So you start building out your lead sources. Our biggest Medicare agent wrote I think under 300 applications during the annual enrollment. And the majority of them came from leads that he got throughout the year that he couldn't sell. And so he just like, I can't help you. I'm sorry, but I'm going to be here. As soon as the annual enrollment starts, which is October the 15th, I will be here and I'll start and I'll help you out. And so he just all of a sudden where everybody has a couple, this guy's got 20, 30, and he's just writing them. We're like, how's he doing this? Because he's already done all the marketing. He's just now reconfirming the appointment and getting out there and rewriting them. So the answer to the question is don't wait, guys. Okay, and you already know, you agents, what happens to us at the end of the year? We've got certifications. Okay, we're very, very busy with that. So, and carriers really don't want to worry about contracting agents, and it just, you don't want to wait. You want to get stuff done now. So, great answer. All right, let's go to question number 4. What are the biggest mistakes that agents make with ads? Ooh, I got some, but what do you think?
So the biggest mistakes so here's the deal. Meta, Facebook, Instagram, they want your money. They want your money. They make it very easy for you to set up an ad. An ad is paying the platform to serve your ads to people, to get eyeballs on your ad. In fact, the way that the algorithm charges you, so the way that you get charged in Facebook, it's not your price per lead. You get charged for every 1,000 people that they show your ads to. Now, they know what people are most likely going to do on the platform. Is this a person that's going to make a purchase? Are they going to like it? Are they going to interact with it? The higher the ask that you have of the people that you're showing the ad to, the higher they're going to charge you. So leads is kind of like right before purchases. It's a higher intent than like just getting someone to watch a video for 15 seconds. So you're going to put your ad out there and the algorithm's going to go, I'm going to go show this to 1,000 people that I think are going to work for you. And we'll see how many leads we get from that. If they show it to 1,000 people and no one converts, they're still going to charge you $40 or whatever your CPM is for that audience that you're targeting. If they ended up getting 4 people to convert and the CPM was $40, you're now paying $10 per lead. And the really cool thing is you're able to break down and look at the metrics and know what changes you need to make in order to optimize that ad. So the biggest mistake that I see agents make is they just go through on their phone to set up an ad and say, yes, here's my credit card and go. And then it serves out and then it doesn't get them very many conversions and they say Facebook ads don't work. Facebook ads are like a tool. They're a tool like a paintbrush. This is always my analogy. Anyone can pick up a paintbrush and say that they made a painting. Okay. But someone that actually learns the skills of how to utilize that brush can make something very different than someone that just slaps some paint on an easel. So agents make the mistake of just spending money on an ad and coming to the conclusion it doesn't work. That's the DIY mistake. The other mistake is outsourcing it to someone or hiring a contractor or agency without knowing anything about how to manage them. And you know what? Those agencies know you don't know anything. I'm always having to change things on the back end of agents' accounts because another agency claimed their page or another agency was running ads from their account. The agent thought it was their account. They're running it from their account. So their account gets built up with all the good stuff. The algorithm gets to know it. And then when that agent leaves, they don't have access to any of that data. So even if you're going to outsource it, you need to know how to actually manage someone. I say at least dabble in it before you start outsourcing it. So that way you know how to manage someone. That's what I think are the 2 biggest.
And here's my take on this question, guys. What I see, and that as Shauna got to the nitty gritty, what I see out there agents doing, and I hate this. Oh my God. If you're part of my group, part of my subscribers on YouTube, God, I hate this side of our business is running this clickbait ads. I hate it. I don't advocate for it. I will tell you, don't do it. What you're going to be bringing in is you're advertising garbage and you're going to get garbage. And you're going to be just like what Shauna said, you're going to think that this doesn't work. You're getting crap leads. Do not run incentivized ads. Don't be one of those agents. There's a small percentage of our colleagues in our industry that do it. And I despise clickbait. That was my take on what the biggest mistake that I see. Okay, let's move on to question number 5. Okay, what kind of ads? So Shauna, they get your course, okay, and they learn how to run ads. What kind of ads can an agent run on Facebook? And then there's a 2-part question. And the second part is what happens when they click on that ad, on that little button, which an agent puts on that says, learn more, get a quote. And I think there's about 8 choices that they have. What can an agent do when they learn how to run that?
You can run ads for so many different things. And this course primarily focuses on the lead generation ads. So what's going to happen? I do teach, like I said, the engagement ad. So that is like its own module. I tell you what type of post you need to have. Let's run it for the cheap and get some clicks on it for like $2 to $5 a day. But we focus primarily, and when they click on that, they're actually seeing one of your posts. So it looks like it's an organic post. But we focus on where they click the button, it's going to open up the form, and we're going to prompt them to get their information. Now, most agents use the course to run ads direct to an appointment. So you're pushing on the pain point of choosing the right Medicare insurance plan. It doesn't have to be confusing or overwhelming. Let's do an audit on your account to make sure that you have the best plan. Make sure you don't make the biggest mistake during open enrollment and just automatically re-enroll like there's been changes in your area. You're focusing on that to push them to give you their information to book an appointment. Some agents decide to use that format to run it to something like a helpful checklist or a free guide, or maybe I have an agent right now that wants to do it to a webinar video. So when they fill out that form, then their CRM is going to automatically send them the link to that free checklist. And now they're just growing their list so they can really email them and get in front of them come open enrollment or the annual enrollment period. So that's technically what's going to happen with the ads that we're running in the course. But yeah, of course, you can run them for video views, which isn't going to really help an agent, or product, or clicking to a website, or all of these different things.
Yeah, I tell agents, look, once you learn how to run ads and you offer multiple lines of insurance, you can advertise all those lines. If you offer life insurance, it's the very same principle. It's just going to be a different ad copy and a different message.
Exactly.
Medicare, ACA, dental and vision, auto insurance, home insurance, whatever it may be. This course is designed to teach you how to do it, and it's going to be up to you what lines of coverage you want to advertise. So it's just
And
not designed for ACA and or Medicare.
absolutely. As Luis was saying, it's just the audience that's going to change. And then it is the ad message. And in the course, after you've kind of learned the framework about ads, I have an entire section that's called Advanced Marketing. And it is filled with videos for very specific niche needs. I have multiple lines of business to multiple states. How should I set it up? One line of business to multiple states. I want to run it for T65 ads based on birthday. I want to run it based on a zip code. I want to run it based on a customer list that I have. It's got all those little niche things so you can pop in there and just watch that quick little video on what you specifically want to do.
Perfect. So what happens, Shauna? Still part of the same question. So when they click on that little, the ad comes up and there's words on top, words on bottom, and a little button. What happens when they click that button?
When they click that button for a lead generation ad, it opens up the form. So first they're going to see that screen that I showed earlier that basically says, it's a free healthcare consult. Click the next button to complete the information, and I'll be in touch to schedule your free consult. Then it's going to show what information you need. It's all customizable. I typically say you just want their name, phone number, and email. You don't want to hammer them for too much information because you want it easy. And then they're going to see the thank you page.
Yep. And those three items is what I like to collect: name, phone number, and email. And then it's time to go to work, guys. It's time to pick up the phone and and it's not even phone. I will tell you guys, we do have a lot of conversations with our clients via text. And so whatever the conversation method is, text, email, or actual voice, that's the beauty of our job. You want to talk to that person some way or the other. Okay, Shauna, let's go in. We have two more questions left, guys, so hang in there. We are in question number 6 now. Within the ad, should agents put their phone number? What are your thoughts on?
So here's the deal. I feel like, to answer the question first, after you've gotten their information on the thank you page, it might make more sense for you to put someone's phone number, to put your phone number, to say, I'll be in touch to schedule your free consult, or you can contact me now. Here's the phone number. When it comes to the actual ad creative, you want to make it as simple and streamlined as possible. Here's the deal. You are literally interrupting someone's dopamine time. They're like, I want to get on social media and I just want to scroll. When you capture their attention, the worst thing you can do is be like, I sell insurance. I also offer these things. Here's my phone number. Here's my website. Contact me now. Fill out this form. No, it's always pushing them to the next step. What's the next thing? Just click the button. What's the next thing? Just fill out the form. What's the next thing? Click the button. Done. Then if you want to put your phone number, yes, but you don't want to make it confusing. You can run just direct to call phone number ads if you want to. I don't know many success stories of that being like a primary way of working, because now you're interrupting someone who's wanting to like photos of, kittens and puppies and that type of thing. And now you're like, stop what you're doing and call me. So I say get their info, then you can push however you want it after.
Perfect. Does Facebook charge you for everyone that requests info? So when they hit that little button, are they charging you for that, or for any kind of conversation that you end up having with that prospect?
So Facebook always charges you based on, it's called the CPM. That's the cost per meal, which means 1,000. They charge you after they've shown your ad to 1,000 people. So sometimes showing your ad to 1,000 people in this specific demographic, if you really box them in, maybe it's $60 to show it to 1,000 people, or maybe it's only $12 to show it to these 1,000 people. whatever that CPM is, which is based on how many other advertisers are targeting them, and then also how clickable your ads are. You get a little bit of a discount if your ads are actually like getting people to engage with them. If your ad's really terrible, they're like, we'll show this, but we're going to charge you a little bit more. So you get charged for impressions, the eyeballs you get on your ad. Now we break down the metrics so we can actually see what's the cost per click, what's the cost per link click, what's the cost per view. We don't really care about that. We really care about the cost per lead. But yeah, so that's how they technically charge you.
Gotcha.
Then no more. Then whatever you do with that person's information, you don't get charged again.
Yeah, and I will tell you, this is what I do, guys. So they get imported to my CIM or CRM, and they get a tag. If we sell them, we remove that tag, which is the label, and we put sold, and we do some other stuff with them. The ones that don't get sold, I already paid for that lead. They keep that tag, and what I do every year is I tell my CRM, find me all the people that have this tag. I don't care what year. And it does it like that, gives me the list. Then what I do is I create a campaign to hit those people up year after year. Hey, Shauna, in the past, you clicked on my ad about health insurance. It's open enrollment time. I'd love to help you out. You know, if you'd like for me to help you out, just, you know, blah, blah, blah. And then we go through the process. You've already paid for the lead. Until Shauna tells me to stop, I'm going to keep marketing to her until I either sell or she actually says stop, or types up, and then it puts her on a do not disturb. So I think still great. All right. Last and final question. Question number 7. When I run an ad, what metrics are best to look at to see if my ad is doing well?
So one of my favorite parts of ads is actually nerding out and looking at the metrics. So on the back end of the ads manager, there's 350 different metric points. It's a little overwhelming. So in the course, I break it down and I show you what the 14 are that you should pay attention to. And then there's 4 really impactful KPIs that will help you really break down and decipher what's going on. So you want to always look at what your cost per lead is, of course. You want to look at what the CPM is. I was just talking about that. Is it really high? Are they charging you so much to serve these 1,000 people, these ads? Well, if so, what's some strategies to bring that down? I look at the link click-through rate. That is the percentage of people that actually are clicking on your link. We want them to click on your ad, but we really want them to click on the link. So if that's under a certain percentage, then you know that you need to switch out your ad creative. Then the very last thing we're going to look at is what your lead, your form conversion rate is. So how many people converted and became a lead divided by how many people actually clicked on your form. So that way we can decipher exactly where the hole is. And maybe your form is terrible. Maybe you're getting all these clicks, but no one's converting. Well, now there's probably 3 reasons why that your form's not converting if your ad's getting clicks. And we can really come to a plan of what we're going to do to actually bring that cost per lead down by looking at those specific metrics.
And I have my own. I created you're going to think I'm crazy, Shauna. I created my own. Here's my own, and it's not as detailed as yours. It's probably not very scientific either. I look at what I spend and what I made. Bam.
Yeah.
If I spent $40,000 in leads, what did that $40,000 net me annually? And I would tell you what, it's in multiple times of what I make. So I truly believe that it works. Yes, maybe I'm paying, 1 year we're paying $4, $7. Next year I'm paying 10 or 11. I don't really pay attention to that. I mean, I do, but in the grand scheme of things, what I'm looking at is, okay, I spent 40 grand in ads this year. What did it make me? And I think my last multiple was 10 times that. I'm like, oh man, it's like a slot machine. I give it $40 and it gives me.
You'd rather pay more for those leads that are responding to your message than a bait and switch ad. Like we can get you leads for $2. It can happen. They're not going to be quality. They're going to be crap. They're not going to be interested in what you have to say. They just want the freebie. So yeah, there's something to be said of course, that is if you're happy with the quality, even if you have these metrics that you could improve on, don't touch anything. Once you get your ad running, your ads, because you're going to have multiple creatives running, you can let them go. I have one client, she's turned into a consulting client now, but she has an ad creative, and I'm not even over exaggerating. We've literally had them running for over a year and a half without changing anything. It's still converting. She's still making money off it. The ROI is good. So why touch it? It's got enough creatives in there that it's switching things up and changing things out. There's no need to change it until like we start seeing that ROI go down. So
I'm with you. And I will tell you, this is kind of not too smart of me, but I have an ad that has logos of two companies and they're not even in business anymore. I have any, like I said, and the ad's still working. I'm like, why am I going to try to fix something that's not broke? And so, again, the beauty of this, guys, is that once you get it going, just let it roll. Yes, you can go look at the metrics and get very specific on it and tweak it out. But like I said, I'm a big picture guy. I spent 40, if I'm making 400, even if I spend 60, I'm making 400. It's still a worthwhile investment. So those are a few questions, guys, that we had from our agents on the course. I know there's very many more, or there might be more. Do me a favor. If you want to, on the comments down below, post your comment, post your question, and I will answer it. If I can't answer it, I'll send the email to Shauna to see if she can help me answer that question. So don't be afraid to put your comments, guys. I'm not outsourcing that. I'm doing it myself. I will answer any questions that you have on the course. And then let's talk about the promo, Shauna, the big promo that we're running. It's going to last about a week. And I think it's starting, or it's going to end on May 28th, guys. It will go back to regular pricing. But talk about the promo. What are we going to give our viewers that are on this during that week?
yes, absolutely. So whenever you click on the link, you're going to be taken to a special page during this promotion that we have going on right now. You're going to see a little countdown timer that tells you how much time is left. But if you enroll during this time period, the course is normally $1,497. When you enroll during this time, the $500 voucher will automatically be applied, making the total investment $997. That locks you in lifetime access. It is tax deductible. You can move at your own pace. You'll always have it sitting there. If you can't jump into it now, it's going to be sitting there whenever you're ready. And you'll also unlock access to some additional bonuses. Now, if you want to really see all the nitty-gritty details, you want to see like where I break down what's in the course, what the actual bonuses are, all of that, the video to the link that Luis is sharing below, it has it all. I've got timestamps. I answer frequently asked questions. You can go in, you're going to see some of the workflows that if you just choose to pair it with Luis's CRM, what workflows you get included. So all the nitty-gritty answers are going to be right there on that video. And then if you still have a question, then just leave a comment and we'll make sure that we get to you.
And I will get to you guys. I promise you that. So take advantage of the course, guys. It is the best way that you're going to generate leads. And remember what I said at the beginning. It's not about how knowledgeable you are. It's not about how great your sales techniques are. Okay. All that can be learned. Somebody can teach you. I try to teach that to agents. That's the easy part. The hard part in this business is getting leads. And I don't want to depend on somebody else for my leads. And I don't know what the heck they're doing out there to generate those leads. And I already know a couple of things. And I don't want to compete with other agents. There's already enough competition out there in the world. So I want to control the narrative. I want to control the leads, the quality of my leads, and I want to get good leads. And I will tell you this, because this is another question the agent asked me. Do your business, does that business stick or does it leave a lot? I'm like, it sticks. Because I am not one of those agents that doesn't subscribe to the theory of the no conversation or no talk to an agent. No. Remember, we're only capturing three things, guys: name, phone number, and email. I don't have any other piece of data to write somebody a policy without talking to them. And when I talk to them, I'm gathering enough data to write a policy, to write or to recommend a plan, and then write a policy. And in that conversation, I'm building the trust, and I'm also creating that cement that's going to keep that insured with me. So it does stick. Yes, you go out there and you run these clickbait ads. I will tell you, those people want one thing. They want the bait. Okay, they want the free money you're going to give away or whatever you're promising. And guess what? They're going to click on yours and they're going to click on that other agent's, and they're just like serial clickers. They want the free stuff, and that's going to be that business is definitely not going to stick. It's going to be the worst kind of business you want, and you won't build a long-term source of revenue from your insurance. So with that, guys, Shauna, thank you so much. I'm excited about the promo. It's going to last a week. So it's going to end May 28th. I'll have the link down below. Make sure you click on the link up here. There's like going to be like a little eye symbol. Click on that. It'll take you straight to the course. Guys, don't wait. Get this. We get so many emails after the promo ends. Can I still get it? And I will tell you guys, it's not going to happen. Okay, we really try to honor and keep to what we say we're going to do. So get this course before the end of the promo. And Shauna, thank you for your time and sharing the knowledge with us.
Of course. Thank you.
You're welcome.